Hey, what's up everyone? So today I have an epic gameplay for you guys. I went 24-0, I went flawless in TDM, and I also got 3 VSATS, but the numbers isn't the reason why I uploaded this specific gameplay. I just had lots of fun playing this one, especially with TDM. You know, it ends very quickly, but I was moving around, I was rushing around even though I was in one place, and you'll see all that. But the reason why I uploaded this video isn't to talk about the gameplay. More so, it's because I uploaded a video about 2 months ago. So if you've been a subscriber for a couple of months now, you might have seen that video. It was titled, How I Got Fired for Saving Someone's Life. If you haven't seen it, I'll have it in the annotation at the end of this video. You guys can check it out if you like. But basically, you know, in that video I talked about, it was a real life story that happened to me, of how I had this, you know, epic job for about 4 years, and for the last 3 years of that job I was a supervisor. You know, it was a security job, and it was so fun because it was a really nice place, really nice building where I worked at. We had a bunch of TVs, we played games all day. You know, it was the most epic job a person can want, you know, and the pay was decent too. However, you know, all good things must come to an end, and the way it came to an end was pretty crazy. But basically, one of my coworkers was diabetic, and you know, we couldn't find him. It was a huge building, and when we finally found him, you know, I called the paramedics and all this stuff, and they told me that he was very close to having a, you know, life and death situation, and that I practically saved his life, or helped save his life. And a couple of days later, I find out that I'm getting fired because of that situation, because I didn't follow proper protocol. So you guys can watch the video. I go in more in detail on that. But you know, me uploading that video was pretty weird because I usually don't open up to people. And by people I mean strangers necessarily, not to say that you guys aren't, you know, are strangers or something, but just because that story I'd never went into detail with anybody aside from my family, you know. So for me to do that, it was pretty cool. But what was even more cool was the feedback that I received from you guys. You know, it was so positive, and that's why I want to give you guys an update on that situation. So I got fired from that job in 2011, May of 2011. So fast forwarding it to today, almost 2 years. You know, in between those 2 years, I went from 2 or 3 different jobs, and finally the company I'm with today, it just happened to be a security company again. But the location I'm working at right now, I was a receptionist slash an administrative assistant. You know, that's my title. That's what I was working for the past 6 months or so. You know, that's where I was working. But I got this call recently where I had a chance to be a supervisor at another facility, and I went for the interview, and I had to go against all these older guys who gave the interview, and I was the youngest guy there. I'm 23 years old, you know, and these guys had years of experience, and the pay's really good and everything's really good, but the competition was tough. And but I gave the interview, and I found out today that, you know, they actually selected me over everybody, and I'm going to be the supervisor, and I'm making much more money than I ever did in that last job. And it just goes to show you, you know, through patience and through hard work, everything kind of plays out. But I just wanted to share it with you guys, and yeah, thank you for supporting me as you guys have.